So they're measuring to try to determine if this is the largest live oak in Georgia. At the moment, they're trying to determine where exactly the DBH point is going to be, which would be diameter at breast height.
Steve Cross, I run the sawmill out there north of Iron City. This is Mr. Roger Spooner. He owns this big old magnificent live oak, which the Forestry Association is measuring, and it's a big tree. We don't know how it's going to scale on the record, but could you tell us anything about it, Mr. Rogers?
Well, I was born and raised here on this farm here. My granddaddy, I knew back long enough that my granddaddy owned this place back in the, and he passed away in 29. In 1929, so that makes it way back. I can't tell this road any since I was a little boy. I don't know. It's so darn big till you can't tell when it
Yes,
grows.
it's always
Right.
been a big
It's
tree.
always been a big tree. I was never around this oak tree much until I come home. And me and my wife, we bought this place after my mother and daddy passed away. My daddy passed away in '69, and mother in '74, and we bought the place. And we don't farm now. We have a fleet of trucks. I don't know exactly. One time we measured that tree, and it, best that I recall, I'm not sure if I do, best I know though, it was 31 feet and some inches around it.
31
at,
feet,
at
yeah.
neck height. And I don't know what height you really want to measure it by, but they're figuring that out now. And we're going to find out now what they come up with.
Yes, sir. Well, that certainly is a magnificent tree.
54 inches is where they're measured. See what the circumference is there.
So 54 inches, got it all pushed in around the tree. They're getting ready to get the 32.2. All right, getting ready to get official measurement here at 54 inches height.
Nice.
32 foot 1 inch.
Yeah, let's go with, yeah, it's close to 32 feet 1 inch.
Wow.
Judging from where I am up there to where it separates, am I a third of the way or how much?
Maybe a little less than a third.
20, it's 20 feet. So if this is a 15 to 20 foot tall, the trunk volume would be 13 to 20,000 board feet door scale.
How many semis? How many semis?
Probably 3. A semi would haul around 4,000 feet of lumber. So probably 3 semi loads. Just the trunk, not the whole tree.
Right.
That's the reason I cut these sticks, they 54 inches. And so, I mean, he's at the high spot, I'm at the low spot. But the DBH does they can cut here and go up to the tree. They can climb at least a foot and a half high. They can go up there.
Yeah, that thing gonna be bigger right there where we at.
Yeah. Hey, where's the DBH? Go around a little bit more. Hey, go backwards a little bit too.
Okay, where the tape measure is now, it would be 48 inches from the ground level up against the trunk of the tree, up 4 feet. What they're doing now is this is apparently what they did in Waycross at one of the champion trees. It's been a champion record tree for years. They stood off 56 inches, or stood off from the tree and had a string at 56 inches. So we're going to go back and do a second measurement with this method.
We have 2 professionals
which based on those, a little bit of buttressing there, it's going to make a big difference. It's going to be more than 32 for sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. I got everyone's backside out. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all got the measurement? What was it? Can I get it?
37 feet 1 inches.
37 feet 1 inch. Wow.
D10 would be having a hard time.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, that thing's really a monument.
I joined the Navy at 18 years old.
So y'all done it. Y'all done.
And
Y'all done
the
it.
tree was about the same size then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll soon be 93 now.
You'll be 93. Wow. And it doesn't seem like it's changed in size in 93 years.
How many
Wow.
plow lines was it?
Well, a long time ago, we were here with mules and plowing. What's this place? A bunch of mules.
It's a single.
378 acres here.
Mm-hmm.
And
But I measured it right at the
they
ground
taken
level
a
of the
plow line and a half, so they tell me to reach around it. So I don't know how long the plow line is. I don't know the truth. I can't.
How big was your mule?
They were all, the plow lines were all the same length. Yeah, they were all the same length.
David Edwards and Steve Croft. David, tell me again what you were saying about the limb forms there.
And saddle shapes.
Well, the way you judge limb attachment is the U-shape or saddle shape attachment shows a very, very strong attachment. If you took the bark off of it, it would look like a round peg and a round hole, and you know from building things, that's pretty strong. I mean, that's the way it would look, just like that. Now, if you have a narrow attachment, and we know that a tree puts on girth every year, a little wider, well, the limbs, this one will get bigger, and this one will get bigger, and what it'll do is push it apart. See what I'm saying? So it has to. It's just like, you and I standing side by side. You're getting bigger, but here, structurally, there's nothing connecting us here. We don't really connect till down there, and so it's split.
Causes a
Eventually, it
split,
has to
yeah.
split, right. So what I do in those situations, if it's a big tree like that, and we want to preserve the limb or whatever, that's when I go in and actually cable them together. And so even though they're pushing apart here, 2/3 of the way up, the cable holds it. But you only do that for trees that are worth that effort.
Preserving,
Golf
yes.
courses, little Johnny's mama planted it before he went off to war, or the largest tree of the species to protect it, because the idea is once one of them peels out, breaks away, it gets, you got a big open wound after that, and you don't wait till that happens. The whole tree or whatever, you don't ever want to take more than 1/3 of the foliage out. But this one's impressive no matter what. I mean,
It's magnificent.
No, we got it.
All right. So they got the canopy size, the shade cover at an average of 140 feet across. And then the height, he said between 87.8 and 88
I think they
feet
got to
high.
add 12 feet because they went from the outer edge, so you got to add 6 foot on each side. So I think it was more like 150.
On the canopy?
Yeah, they said
Okay.
140, but I think the other day we actually came up with 150.
Okay.
But looked like they remeasured.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay. Hey, we're down here, July the 15th, 2015. This big old tree, we measured it the other day. Mark McClellan and Chuck Norval with the Georgia Forestry came, and we were measuring the tree, but we really couldn't get a consensus on where to measure it from. Like the 54 inches, which is diameter to breast height, we couldn't determine where the level was to start or where the level was to end, but we came up with 37 feet of circumference, and but we're pretty sure, or I'm pretty sure, this is going to be a record tree. But the American Forest Association is supposed to come the 17th of August, and Me personally, I believe from my research and from what I know and reading about the other one, that this is going to be the biggest in the world. And so we'll know soon what they think.